Think she just hit it.
No, that's all right. But I see you trying so hard. So let's cover this up.
Press. Yeah, man. That's what you do, man.
Okay. What y'all like?
All right, we live right here. We have your name?
Hi, my name is Ayo Handy-Kendi. I'm known as Dr. Ayo, the breath expert. And I'm the founder of a concept called Breathologgy. I'm the founder of Black Love Day, which is February the 13th, which is a national and international holiday for forgiveness, atonement, reconciliation, and a 24-hour demonstration of love. I'm a speaker. I'm a life skills coach, and I'm the author of about 4 different books, and I'm the host of a radio show called the Saging Baby Boomer Show.
The Saging Baby Boomer Show.
Right, on Inner Light Radio.
Okay. Now you got to explain to me, what is breath expert? I mean, what is the art of breathing? I mean, what is it about? I'm from the hood. What does it mean?
Well,
Do I breathe every day? It's okay.
that's right, but 9 out of 10 people are not breathing efficiently. So of course, we all breathe. We wouldn't be here if we didn't breathe. But an efficient breath compared to an inefficient breath makes all the difference in the quality of your life, the quality of your vitality and energy, your ability to age well, and a myriad of spirit, mind, and body is all connected with the breath. Everything about life has breath, and everything that has breath has life. And with limited breathing, then there's limited life. And with opulent breathing, there's opulent life.
Right.
So it's very different. Breathology is the art and science of the awareness of breathing techniques and the importance of how critical the breath is to quality life.
Now, in the beginning, they said God gave us breath, right?
That's right.
So that's what you're saying here. Give you energy there. Well, can you explain what you got all over here quick?
Essentially, we start with the power of the breath, which is I call it the Bible of breathing. It's a book I researched for about 4 years, and it's in its 4th edition, and we're about to go into the 5th edition.
Oh, let's you that right here.
Right.
Read this book.
Right, I'm the author of this book. And in the Power of the Breath book, there are concepts that help us understand the importance of breath as an Egyptian concept. I heard you asking the sister about meditation. Well, meditation, the foundation of meditation to go within is the breath. But the breath is the foundation of almost every transformative art. And it started in Egypt. And we think of concepts of yoga as being an Indian phenomenon, but actually the concepts of anything relative to breath and transformation started in Kemet, way back about 10,000 or more years before the Indian people discovered the power of the breath. And before then, and then thereafter, the Chinese people incorporated breath techniques in a lot of their martial arts and meditative practices. But it was African people, and my goal with the book was to document that, like everything else, African people are the source of everything. And they're the source of all of the transformative healing arts. And then further, the book goes into how to relearn how to breathe, which is the foundation of breathology. We actually breathe 20,000 times a day, 15 to 18 times a minute, and each breath, if it brings us the important oxygen, which is the food of life, it is the cellular energy, it makes all of the cellular work better and efficient. You can live without food for 45 days or more and live without water maybe 21 days or more. But without oxygen that comes in from the breath, from our skin and from our bowels. We can't live any longer than 6 minutes to 8 at the longest recorded Guinness Book of Records time is 8 minutes. So our oxygen is our first meal of the cell. And to be able to learn how to breathe efficiently is also a big aspect of breathology. The foundational breath is a diaphragmatic breath, and so we demonstrate it here. And then we also connect to all kinds of breath techniques. It's about 30 breath techniques in this book. The next book we're going to have pictures and compared to the words. And then it's the founder of Black Love Day. This book documents why we need a Black Love Day as opposed to a Valentine's Day. It again does not represent us as a people of African descent. You know, we show love for everybody else on Valentine's Day, but our self-love need is oftentimes negated. And we fight over gifts that we're going to give people for love, but when do we give of ourselves? And so Black Love Day helps us bring back to the wholeness and healing love that we must give to us as a people first before we can love anybody else. And then this is my husband John, and when I do sessions with the breath, we would play John's CD, Earth Song and Sea Breeze, and people love it. They go to sleep on it. It's African-centered sounds compared to all of the meditative strains that are more European, like piano and harps. They're beautiful instruments. Also, all of them come from us too. Yeah, because we thought piano was originally African, harps were originally African. But so much of the meditative music today that we hear is more stringed instruments. But John and I realized that African people have to go back to hearing the sounds that were indigenous to us. And so our meditative sounds are on what we call, are used through a concept we've been developing called tune-up music. And tune-up music really impacts the chakras and gets us attuned back to our native, native sound. So we have a two CD set, Earth Song and Dancing Waters. I'll be doing a workshop and you'll get to hear those in the workshop. Positive Energy Works, the company I started in 2004. We also do everything with oxygen, so we also distribute a Moringa product, and we distribute product B, and through the Isogenics company and Black Business Network, the Moringa is a product we distribute from the Black Business Network, and we just love everything that's about oxygen. With more antioxidant support, lessening our oxidative stress and building up our immune system. We want alkaline food because alkaline food is oxygen-rich food.
Right.
And so that's our
Let me ask you something. As a breath expert, got a lot of brothers on the corner smoking, blunts and all that good stuff. What do you got to say about the smoking in the lungs and all that good stuff? Talk to us.
I can do a whole workshop on that. Let me see if I can make it brief. The lungs have very delicate tissues in order to transport the oxygen into the bloodstream to give us life, to pass that oxygen through the heart. The heart pumps that oxygen around the body. This is all part of the circulation system. And as the oxygen-rich blood travels around, it picks up what we call the trash of the body. The trash of the body is old dead cells and stress-related hormones and pollutants that come in as we ingest food and as we ingest toxic waste from the air. So when we smoke, we're actually bringing a tremendous amount of toxic residue into these delicate lung systems. We're burning a delicate tissue that is designed for this most critical work. And every time we smoke a cigarette, or anything else for that matter, anything that we smoke, change the chemical composition of that herb, if it's marijuana, or if it's a drug, or if it's cigarettes. The fire changes the chemical composition, and that is sensitive to these delicate lung tissues. So our goal is that if we're going to smoke anything, we have to learn a breath technique that will do a lot of cleansing from the uppermost portion of the chest. We need to increase our water. We need to take certain herbs that will help cleanse on the internal lung level and help on the outer lung level, so that transport work can
So they got herbs and stuff for that and stuff like that?
Yeah, things like sage. People smoke sage. Sage is a little helpful to help with the lung tissue. There's eucalyptics you can rub on the lungs. Internally, you can take things like lavender and peppermint. That helps, but it still makes the lungs have to work harder. And so when you smoke anything and you notice the dryness in your throat and maybe the chest is a little tighter, that's the indication that the lungs are having to work a little bit harder to transport that oxygen to the body. So we want to make the lungs job easy. And all that toxic waste, it says over 100 or more different various components beyond nicotine in a cigarette. And it's things like sugar, which is very addictive, menthol, which is very addictive, particularly for people of African descent, and a number of other kind of contaminants. So when we get addicted, we're not just addicted to the nicotine, we're addicted to all these other various substances. And so that's why nicotine habit is a very hard habit to withdraw. As a breathologist, we've learned two techniques. As we inhale, if we're able to do 3-part breathing, belly, mid-chest, upper chest, hold the breath like I'm doing, and then simply let the belly go way back to the back of the spine. Pause a minute. We're really pushing out all the toxic waste by pausing and taking a breath yet. And then inhale, the belly comes out, mid-chest, upper chest, pull it all back, and then again. Now, we breathe 20,000 times a day, so every single breath, you can't do that because you get a lot of stress and strain and tension and all of that in the neck. Shallow breathing on a general basis, 20,000 times a day. Most of us are trying to force air into the shallowmost portion of our chest cavity with a breastplate over it, so there's no way for the lungs to expand. So that's the challenge with shallow breathing. So to breathe deep into the belly with the lowermost portion of the body able to expand, that allows us to get anywhere from 9 to 10 pints of oxygen in an expanded lung compared to maybe 1 pint of oxygen here in the small recesses of the lung. When we smoke, however, most smokers, in order to get that sensation up in here, thinking this is how you take a deep breath to pull that hot tar nicotine feeling deep into your lung, that means all that residual toxic waste is stuck up in here. So as a smoker, in order to kind of compensate, you've got to begin to do a little more very cathartic chest breathing and really pushing out the toxic waste. But in order to stop, I have a remedy. I call it Stop Smoking Naturally. Hey, Abner. I call it Stop Smoking Naturally. It's a combination of breath techniques, certain oils, and detoxifying the cells so that the cells can break the affinity of what it's addicted to.
So you have that on your website online as far as people may want it?
My website is www.positiveenergyworks.com. E connects to positive with energy.
Okay.
And works, WORKS.com. Get that?
Well, Mrs. Ayo, this has been a very interesting educational session.
Oh, okay.
The breathologist. It's like a scientist of breath. You know what I mean? And y'all go to her website, check out what she has for us. And until next time.
Very much.